Hey there, Capricorn. Thank you for checking out this weekly May 25th reading. So you have I think you're gonna have a good week this week. I think you have a lot of good things coming in. Like I said in your monthly video for June, if you haven't checked that out yet, I did release it early, and you can watch that. I think things are getting a lot better for Capricorn in particular. Capricorn's had a tough time of it. They've had a difficult real difficult time for many years for the most part for most Capricorns. Uh, so one thing that's interesting is part of Capricorn karma and part of something. I mean, if you're into that type of thing, part of their lesson for Capricorn is letting go of situations and is just like allowing kind of situations to happen. That's what comes up for Capricorn a lot, is that they need to kind of let go of outcomes and things like that, because that will just lead to success a lot faster. Well, I think that's what this tough time, over the past possibly 10 years for a lot of you has been about, is learning to let go of things. So I think you've had maybe things that just like you lose stuff, like you maybe have something, you make some money, you lose it. In relationships, you get into a relationship, something happens, you lose it, and it's like these cycles. And a lot of you commented on my video where I talked about this in the June video, saying that yes, you do recognize these cycles that are coming in. Very common for, like I said, it's very common for Capricorn, and the message comes up a lot. I get that message for Capricorn a lot, and it's because, like I said, I think really overall what the message is it's trying to teach you to let go of outcomes, because that is your karma. The faster you do that, the more successful and faster things will happen in a better, get you into a better spot. So that's that. The first card you have is the Ace of Diamonds, which is a great card to have. It's the best money card in the deck. It means that money is going to be really great this week. It's kind of like the Ace of Pentacles in the tarot. It represents changes in the financial situation. Aces always represent change. And since it's an Ace of Diamonds, it's going to be a change for the better. You have some other cards here as I look down at the spread that also indicate, a change kind of for the better. And this is specifically financially. It wouldn't have to do with anything else, really. And I mean, unless you were to ask me a question in a personal reading, and this came up for just a question about love or something like that. This card always represents money for the most part. Even if somebody were to ask me about love and this card came up, it would still represent probably like money in the relationship and all of those things. So it's a great way to kind of start off the week. Like I said, it's a very strong card. It's pretty much, like I said, the best financial card that there is in the deck. So, you know, that's a good sign. I don't think we have to go any further into that. This is the Two of Hearts. A bunch of signs have had this card this week, and it's a great card to have. It represents strength in relationships. It represents support coming from your loved ones, and if you're in a relationship, it represents feeling more support than usual from your partner, which is great, because that'll lead to more success and things like that. And if you're single, I've been telling every sign that gets this, if you're single, go out, because this card, its literal meaning in traditional card reading like this is two people coming together and in a love type of relationship. So like I said, if you're single, head out there, because there is a relationship probably waiting for you in, some bar or something like that. You go out, you meet somebody. That's what this card kind of represents. Interesting part about that is next we have the King of Spades. I do feel this as somebody coming into your life, and not necessarily in a love capacity, although it could be, but this would be somebody, and I don't attach sex to my card, so this could be male or female. It would just be somebody who pretty much is either an air sign or has a lot of air sign in their chart. This would be somebody who is very ambitious. They're kind of like go-getters. They're very, aggressive. They go after things and all this other stuff. They're kind of business-minded. They're strong type personalities. And this could be somebody coming in, when it comes in like this, sometimes it's somebody coming in giving you advice, advice on something. It could also be, like I said, a love interest. So be on the lookout for somebody who has darker hair, darker features that you meet out in public, or if you're wondering if if you have a friend that you think might like you or something like that, and they kind of embody all these traits, chances are that they are into you because they're showing up in the reading. That's what it means. But again, if you're already in a relationship, this could be somebody coming into your relationship, or just coming into your life in a non-relationship type capacity, offering you good advice that you should probably take. Next, we have the Eight of Diamonds. This is a great card. It represents a good flow of energy in general. It indicates a good change and a good exchange of energy. Like I say, this is the infinity symbol when you turn it on its side there. So this represents that one thing that it really, is really coming in strongly for you Capricorns is it's like finally you're putting work into things and you're finally seeing the equal exchange of energy for the longest time. And I want to say that you had this exact message in your monthly June reading. For the longest time, I feel Capricorn has not been getting an equal exchange of energy in a lot of things, even in love. But this is kind of more of a business card anyway, but in work and things like that. It's like you put a lot of work into things, but you're not getting an equal exchange back. Well, I think now, finally, you're starting to get that equal exchange of energy back. So you're finally getting paid what you should. If you have a business, it's like you're finally making money. You're not just putting so much out, and it's not just going out and never coming back. It's finally like coming back to you, and you're creating that positive kind of flow of energy, which is kind of the best flow to get into because it just attracts more of those things to you. So like I said, and it also just represents positive changes in your life. So it's a great card to get. So next you have the Two of Spades. This card is frequently read as a breakup card and things like that. I'm not feeling that for necessarily a majority of you at all. It could just be a warning card. Sometimes I call this card a double check card. Like it's one of those things like the card wants you to double check things that you're doing, which would make sense because of a Mercury retrograde. I think one other sign got this card, and it was a similar message that they were getting. They were getting the message that they need to double check the things that they are doing to be more successful. And so I think that's the overarching message with this card, is to double check everything that you're doing this week. If you're signing contracts, all those other things, of course, double check. But if you're doing anything else, getting involved with another business, getting involved with a new job, somebody asks you to loan them money, just double check that everything's going to work out. That's what this card is saying. So I think you're going to have a great week this week, Capricorn. I hope you do have a great week, and thank you for watching this video.